the like, hit the like. Sixers win.
Sixers win. Hit the like button. Sixers win.
Yeah. Sixers get the dub on a Saturday night against the Memphis. Man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't even know if that's a G League team. I don't know what that was that I just watched. But the good thing about what we just watched is Joel Embiid is back, guys. Joel Embiid is back. He's rusty, but he's actually back. And it's all we needed to know. Headed towards the playoffs. It's all we needed to know, man. We're going to get into a couple things here. 190 people in here already. Thanks for being here. Do me a favor one time. If you're excited for Joel Embiid to be showing this level of just straight up superstar scoring potential and his defensive impact, close out the chat one time. Hit the like button. Give me 211 likes on the stream. That's how we're going to get a lot more people in here, and you help me grow the brand. Of course, super chats are appreciated. I don't know why it just popped out. All the people that just became members recently just showed up in the chat a little late, but thank you all for being members too, okay? Before we get into it, this is brought to you by BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Now listen, here's what you're going to do with BetUS, man. You're going to click the link in my description. You're going to make an account, okay? And we're giving away $125 in free money to 5 people. You make an account. You DM me on Twitter. You show me that you made an account. And BetUS will deposit $125 free dollars into your BetUS account. The first 5 people to make an account and DM me on Twitter are getting free money, okay? And I want to show you this. Here's what you're going to do with that $125. You're going to go over to BetUS, and you're going to scroll down to Futures, and you're going to select NBA Championship 2024, and you're going to put all that money on the Philadelphia 76ers at a plus 2,800. That's what you're going to do. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring the channel. Use the link in the description. Code JOIN125 for 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits. And like I said, first 5 people to make an account and DM me on Twitter with the account number, we will deposit free money into your BetUS account. Yeah, and the Sixers, look, I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but damn it, they could. They very well could. Music Lover, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the super chat. I don't know if you tried to type a message there or something, but it didn't show up. Go ahead and drop something else, and we'll read it on the show. Thank you for the super chat. All right, man. The Sixers beat the Memphis Grizzlies. I forgot to get the total score. Does anyone care what the total score is? The last couple minutes of the game was kind of difficult to watch anyway, but we'll get the final score up here. 116-96. All right. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey did not play the fourth quarter. We're back. We're all the way back. We're back to those games where we're playing a team that has just shouldn't even really be on the same floor, and we're taking care of business. We're not giving up leads. We're not getting out hustled by these young, hungry G League players. We're taking care of business, and we're resting guys in the fourth quarter. So that's the first order of business. You know, we could have played down to competition. We could have come out like the Milwaukee Bucks a couple nights ago and got beat by this team. Holy hell. How did the Milwaukee Bucks lose to this team? That's not even a G League team. I don't even know. There was guys on the floor for the Memphis Grizzlies that are not listed on ESPN. Nobody knows who these guys are. There's a dude out there, bro, number 2. His last name was Simpson. That's not an NBA player. That's not even a G League player. That dude was from the trampoline team that comes out at halftime, and they were just like, hey, bro, listen, we need a body out there. You're not doing the trampoline act today. We're just going to put you in the game. Like, I don't know where some of these dudes came from. 2 of them don't have a photo on ESPN, and 2 of them weren't even listed on there. I couldn't even find their names on the internet. That's wild to me. And they are really bad. Like here, whenever you see teams like this, and you know they're not playing any of their starters, and Ja Morant's down for the season, and they just basically sat everybody. But anytime you see these level of players, it always astonishes me how bad they are, because you're still in the NBA. Like, you see a guy get a floater 4 feet from the rim and airballs it off the backboard. And you're like, I know you're not like an NBA level player, but you're still supposed to be a good enough basketball player to have gotten here. I just don't understand how those dudes are as bad as they are. That's a real tank right there. That, I think the process Sixers team would beat that Memphis Grizzlies team. And that goes back to how the hell did the Milwaukee Bucks lose to this Memphis Grizzlies team? And I didn't watch that game, but Giannis Antetokounmpo was in that game and they lost. You would have to try to lose to that team. Did you see that product out there? I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, it was, they were hanging around a little bit in the first half. You know, we were up 10, 11, 12. And I was saying, like, I don't like this. This isn't comfortable. I want a larger lead so that we can just put this away. And eventually we made a run. We made a 9-0 run. We were up by 11, and we, at the end of the second quarter, I believe we pushed it to 20 right before halftime. And it had to do with a Joel Embiid and Paul Reed lineup together. So there was a big run right there where we had Embiid and Paul Reed on the floor together. And that's very interesting to me. And that was one of the first times we looked dominant in the like interior defense and rebound department. So maybe that's something Nick Nurse, you know, tries moving forward. We'll see. 4 games left in the regular season, 5 games left in the regular season. Joel Embiid in this game. Now, look, who was guarding him? The dude's name is Jemison. I don't even remember his first name, bro. Number 55, literally 2K random generated NPC. Like, I've never seen this guy before. And Joel was playing with these dudes. I mean, Joel's still rusty, okay? He had 7 turnovers in the first half, but it's not really something that anybody should really care about. It's, you know, get that out of your system. Try to get that under control, you know, before the playoffs start. If he's still doing things like that, the second to last game of the season or the last game of the season, then maybe we're going to say, hey, Joel's looking rusty heading into the playoffs, and we might be a little bit worried about his performances in the playoffs. But he had 7 turnovers in the first half, and he got so angry at one of them because he tried to hit a spin move in the lane and just tripped over his own feet and fell down, and he was laying on the floor punching the floor. Very angry. And I was like, Joel, it's cool, bro. It's fine. You're rusty. You haven't played for 2 months. You're 7'2", 280 pounds out here hitting crossovers and spin moves and doing things that legitimately somebody your size I don't think has ever done in the history of existence. So take it easy. You're a little bit rusty. You're a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? But he was very mad, and he's frustrated at just the sloppiness of his play. And I'm interested to probably hear what he said after the game, if they interviewed him or if he did like a post-game press conference. But he was frustrated with his sloppiness and his turnovers, and some of the plays that he missed, a couple of missed opportunities, layups, things like that. But to drop 20 and 10 in the first half, finish the game with 30 and 12 in 3 quarters. That's how good Joel Embiid is. And his 3rd game back from knee surgery. He drops 30 and 12 and sits the 4th quarter. That is just unbelievable to me. That is just absolutely unbelievable to me. He, once again, we're every game we're looking right at the knee, and he's going to be rusty. He's going to have turnovers. There's going to be some sloppiness going on. But the only thing we should really be looking at is, what does the knee look like? Does it look strong? Does it look, fully ready to go? Does he look like he's in pain at all? And for the 3rd game in a row, it looks 100%. And that's all we really needed to know. You know what I mean? He's jumping on it. He's landing. He's running down the lane. He's spinning. He's doing everything. The knee looks completely back and healthy. And, all he needs to do is continue to work on getting his rhythm back, getting his balance back, getting his legs under him, getting his conditioning back, and clean up some of the sloppiness. But even against a bunch of no-names, Joel Embiid drops 30 and 12 in 3 quarters, and once he got it going, really, he was toying with these guys. The one play that really stands out, he had Jemison on the right block in the 3rd quarter. This is where you could tell Joel really started to get his legs under him and start to feel comfortable, and just backed him down, hit him with the left right, spin move in the lane, pump fakes, gets both dudes to jump, and draws another foul. There was a segment of like 5 minutes right there where he was just having his way with these dudes and laughing and kind of trolling them at the free throw line, making faces like, really, bro? Do you know who I am? Do you understand what's going on here? So Joel just definitely rusty, but once he started to look comfortable, he really started to completely just toy with these guys and have a good time. Speaking of Jemison, the guy tried to poster Joel Embiid. And not just him, somebody else did too. 2 times in this game, some dude who realistically shouldn't actually be on the floor in an NBA game tried to dunk on Joel Embiid. And he blocked the first one and just looked at him like, bro, are you kidding me? What do you think you're trying to do here? And 3rd quarter, another dude tries it. I don't even remember his name either. Joel blocks his poster attempt and gives him the Dikembe Mutombo finger wave, bro. He was like offended. Like, who are you guys? And you're trying to dunk on me? Do you know who I am? Come on, man. That second one he blocked with ease and just waved his finger like, I don't know who you guys. I got to give credit to somebody like that, though. You know what I mean? These dudes are like, listen, if I'm getting in an NBA game, I'm trying to go viral. If I'm getting in an NBA game, I'm trying to. They were probably talking about it in the locker room, like, bro, I'm dunking on Joel. Dude were probably like, come on, man. He's like, no, I'm dunking on Joel. If I'm getting in an NBA game, I'm going viral on Bleacher Report. I'm dunking on Joel. So I got to respect the confidence. But let's be serious, man. none of these dudes were a match for Joel Embiid, and obviously we've been saying that all season. We say it every time he's healthy, so it's just so nice that, man, 2 weeks ago we were so down and out talking about this team, and now we're sitting here watching Joel Embiid be just way too much for the other team. And part of, it was hard to believe that he was going to come back and get right back to performing like this. I just couldn't be happier. I'm glad that they got to sit him the fourth quarter, because now I think they're going to play him tomorrow against the San Antonio Spurs. And let's watch Joel give Wemby another 70. What you think? What you guys think in the chat? Is Joel going out there and trying to give Wemby another 70? Hey, Jarrett Newsom, man, what's good, bro? Thank you for becoming a member of the channel, my man. Longtime subscriber, longtime caller of the show. I can't wait to get my PC back so we can get back into taking live calls. That's going to be a lot of fun. I miss doing that. We're still on the laptop here on StreamYard. But yeah, I want to see Joel. Probably not 70 again. I mean, you got to be absolutely on fire to drop 70 in an NBA game. But he is doing all of the things that got him that 70. You know what I mean? He was just really hot in that game and was hitting mid-range jumpers just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. He's doing all of the things that he was doing in that game, and I'm interested. I'm interested to see what he looks like tomorrow. If he play, they could sit him, I guess. But like I said, leading into this game, I don't see any real reason to sit him in these games, even if it is a back-to-back, because sat out for 2 months. He's rusty. You're trying to get his rhythm back. You're trying to get these turnovers and the sloppiness cleaned up and things like that before the playoffs start. So I don't think sitting him any of these games really does anything for him. You know what I'm saying? So I would expect him to play tomorrow against the San Antonio Spurs, and I would expect, hopefully, another kind of problem, a stress-free victory like we had tonight, and maybe he sits the fourth quarter. Maybe he drops 30. Maybe he drops 25 and 10 in the first half, and we're up by, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but Wemby's been balling lately too. So, he just had a 40 and 20 game not too long ago. Wemby has been balling, so it'll be interesting to watch that matchup again. It's always fun when Joel gets him under the rim because, I mean, come on, bro. But this game, man, Joel cooked. Absolutely. Again, rusty, but he's getting it out of his system, and the knee looks healthy, and he's getting right back to what he was doing, man. I can't believe these dudes tried to dunk on him. That was crazy to me. What else we got to talk about? I didn't see much from Tyrese Maxey tonight. It was really weird, really. Like, I didn't realize. I think I checked the stats at halftime, and I was like, why does Maxey only have 7 points? And he only had 4 shot attempts, I think, at halftime. It was just odd. I think I would have to go back and watch it again to really see what was going on with Tyrese and why he wasn't getting any shots up. But I think he finished the game with only like 7 points on 6 shots. Box score. Yeah, let me get the stats up here. Come on. Share screen. Maxey had 7 points in 25 minutes. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Because I don't really have an explanation for that. I watched the whole game, but I didn't really notice that Maxey wasn't doing anything until I looked at the stats at about halftime. And I was like, what's up with Tyrese? He was 2 for 6, 7 points, 5 assists. But he was I think his plus minus was pretty good. He was a +8. Joel Embiid, 30, 12, plus 15, just ridiculous. Kelly Oubre gave you 17, 5, and 5. Just doing Kelly Oubre things. I think he scored the first points for us, a three-pointer from the top of the key. Kelly Oubre just, man, what a number 3 option right now. What a number 3 option Kelly Oubre is right now, man. And just attacking, getting to some mid ranges, forcing some things. Another game with a lot of contact and doesn't get any love from the officials. But you gotta love Kelly Oubre, and I'm really excited. There's a lot of weapons on this team, man. And this is what I was trying to say. You know, when Joel went down, yeah, they looked bad, but you know, once Joel's in there, it's like everybody can go back to their role. Everybody can go back to what they're good at, and everything just looks so much better. It helps to play the 27-51 Memphis Grizzlies with nobody out there, but you know, I think the elephant in the room right now is Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is having some issues, and I don't really know what the problem is. Buddy Hield he's got the yips. We always have one player that has the yips. We always have at least one player on this team that has the yips. I don't know what happened to Buddy Hield's confidence, but hopefully we can get it back, you know, by the time the playoffs come around, because this guy's pump faking wide open threes, man. Only the Philadelphia 76ers could trade for the best shooter in the game. Okay, one of the best shooters in the game. This year it's actually Grayson Allen, but only the 76ers could trade for one of the best shooters in the game, and suddenly he's afraid to shoot. I mean, pump faking wide open, it doesn't really make sense to me, because how were you that good for that many years, right? What's his 7th year in the league? 8th, 9th? He's 30, 31. How are you that good for that many years? And now suddenly you're catching the ball and pump faking. That tells me that it's all up top. It's all him overthinking everything. He's not playing his game. You know, he's not letting his basketball instincts determine what he's doing. You know, he's overthinking it. He's trying to like plan ahead. He's trying to like think about what he's going to do before it happens. Things like that. You start to think too much, and that's what happens. Somebody like Buddy Hield, it should be instinct. He should catch a ball around a screen, and he shouldn't even have to look at how much space he has. He knows it. He can feel it. It should be instinct for him to let that fly when he's wide open. So the fact that he's turning with the ball, hesitating, and pump faking wide open shots, he's looking a little scared out there. And I don't really understand why. Because we'd rather you just miss the shot than pump fake and do something stupid. The one that was like, had me like, it was the final straw for me almost, was like, dude, top of the key, perfect play. I think they double teamed Joel. I think maybe Batum swung it to him. Right wing, wide open. He pump fakes and then dribbles into a step back and airballs it. Bro, what? When we traded for this guy, we were elated. We were like, oh my God, Buddy Hield is going to be lights out when Joel Embiid comes back. The league doesn't want to see that this guy's going to light up the NBA. And he's not even like being mediocre right now. He's being really bad. So I don't know. Buddy Hield we need to figure something out with Buddy Hield. I don't understand what's going on there. But I did say in the playback, I think I was talking to RJ. RJ's in here. RJ, what up, man? I think I was saying, you know, when you look at Buddy Hield's numbers, his career numbers and his numbers every season, the thing that stands out is always that 40+% from three on 7 attempts per game. That's really good number, right? But you've never actually seen Buddy Hield like go off in a game, right? You never turned on SportsCenter and saw like, yo, Buddy Hield went off last night. You know what I mean? You never, ever? Really? Like, did he ever just, like, catch fire and go nuts and have, like, a Klay Thompson type of game? So, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, Kings fans said he was overrated. I'm just saying, this isn't for me. This is just me. Kings fans said he was overrated. Pacers fans said he was overrated. Did we overrate Buddy Hield? Is he like by the numbers a really good shooter, but like when you watch what happens, not really anything special? Am I tripping? Or do you guys feel like he's going to get it back and I'm just overreacting, man? What do you think? Music lover, what's good, man? He's pulling up Tobias Harris. He is. He's out there like the pressure's getting to him, and he's clamming up, and he's folding, man. And I don't know, man. Buddy needs to get it together, man. What else we got in the chat, man? Lots of air balls and wide right and left bricks the last couple of games. Even with Tobias on the bench, it's the Tobias factor at play. Toby has bad juju. Delmar is blaming Tobias Harris while being on the bench. He's blaming Tobias Harris while being on the bench. Yeah. Here's what we need to say about Tobias Harris. Listen, Tobias, you got a knee contusion, apparently. I don't remember that happening. I do actually remember that happening. I remember him laying on the floor holding his knee, I think. Actually, I don't remember that. I don't know. But here's the thing, Tobias. You need to take it slow, okay? You don't want to rush back and potentially hurt yourself more. You don't want to rush back and potentially have a worse injury that could affect the last couple years of your career. You should really, protect yourself financially with your potential upcoming NBA contract with hopefully not the Sixers, but any other team. And so if you got a little bit of knee pain right now, you should take it easy. You should sit out the rest of the season. You should make sure that you're fully healthy to sign with another team and be fully healthy for next season. If you rush back, you might hurt yourself worse, and then you're really affecting your future finances. I'm just giving you advice, Tobias Harris, okay? So if you got a little bit of knee pain right now, it would just be best for you to just take it easy and sit out the rest of the season. And to make things even easier, Tobias Harris, we don't need you. We don't actually need you at all, bro. So that's even more of a reason for you to protect your health and just sit out the rest of the season because you don't want to hurt yourself worse, and we don't need you. That's my professional advice to Tobias Harris. I just care about his health and his well-being, and I want him to protect the next couple of years of his career, man. What else we got to talk about, man? I took some notes during the game. Let's see. Yeah, we were trying to get Buddy Hield involved in the first quarter. We were running some plays for him. I don't know, man. Maybe Nick Nurse is just like, I'm trying everything, and this guy is just playing scared and just pump faking wide open shots and bricking wide open shots, and but they were trying. Shout out to KJ Martin. I'm going to continue to apologize for this. The beginning of the season, I was saying KJ Martin's the worst basketball player I've ever seen. And he doesn't have a lot of actual basketball skills. But again, Nick Nurse is just showing us why he is a championship level coach. He takes players like KJ Martin and he really puts them in the right positions to get the most out of them. KJ's a dog on the defensive end. He's a rebounding, just hustle guy, athletic as hell. And Nurse has figured out a way to take advantage of his athleticism and his hustle and not really leave him in situations that expose him offensively or just expose his lack of actual basketball skills. So, shout out to Nick Nurse for that, but he's getting the most out of KJ Martin. And KJ Martin is starting to look like a very valuable defender and rebounder, really. There's a lot of times, even in this game, in the first half, we were giving up offensive rebounds left and right, like the Sixers do. And a lot of times KJ Martin was the only one down there actually making a difference in fighting and cleaning those things up. So I'm interested to see, what the rotations look like. And I'm interested to see how he uses KJ Martin in the playoffs if he does. I think he has to, because I think KJ Martin has something that maybe nobody else on the team really has. That level of athleticism and just straight hustle, I think is really valuable, and he's become a great, from what I've watched, a great on-ball defender, a great one-on-one defender. He does. Still, you said he dribbles the ball like a 5-year-old. He does, bro. It's crazy. He looks. This is why I'm saying, like, it's just like Matisse Thybulle to me. Like, you don't ever want him to actually dribble the ball or have him ever really try to make a play. There was KJ had a corner three in the fourth quarter, and he pump faked and tried to like drive and pass the ball, and he threw it off of somebody's foot. And I'm like, bro, don't ever do that. Nobody wants KJ Martin to dribble the ball. Just play defense, hustle for rebounds, and if you catch a ball in the corner and you're open, just shoot it. You're better off airballing a three than trying to dribble the ball and make a play. But yeah, I'm interested to see, how Nick Nurse uses KJ Martin in the playoffs. I think he's going to be very valuable against teams like, games where you want to really stick somebody one-on-one, like the Boston Celtics, maybe Jason Tatum. Robert Covington played great against Tatum in the regular season game, and it looks like Covington's not coming back. I don't know what the hell is going on with that guy. He was out right when Joel Embiid was out, and he just never came back. I also don't think DeAnthony Melton's coming back because the lower back issue, he came back for 2 games. That's the weirdest thing. DeAnthony Melton came back for 2 games and then was out again, and now I just don't think there's enough games left in the season for them to bring him back and then Nurse have to try to figure out new lineups again. He's really figuring out this guard lineup, and then you throw DeAnthony Melton out there. I don't think there's enough time left to do it. So I would guess that DeAnthony Melton doesn't come back this season. And honestly, he's better defensively than a lot of these guards, but a lot of these guys bring something on the offense that he doesn't bring, like Cameron Payne with his shooting and finishing ability and creation and two-man game and the way he, throws alley-oops to Mo Bamba, etc. Jeff Doughton Jr. was nice in his game too. Jeff Doughton Jr. ran the team for the entire fourth quarter. Really. RJ, we'll look at the standings here before I get out of here, man. Yeah, Jeff Doughton Jr., I liked what he did, man. NASCAR, Ricky Bobby, Jeff Doughton Jr. coming around corner 3. Shout out to Jeff Doughton Jr., the most NASCAR name in the NBA. He was good, man, and he hit a couple threes. He had a step-back 3 at the top of the key, and when we first signed Jeff Doughton Jr., I was watching his highlights, and I was like, man, this guy can't shoot, and he's proven me wrong. So that's nice to see. Ricky Council is still in the doghouse, man. You guys are right. Who said that in the chat? Ricky Council's still in the doghouse, and I don't really understand why. I know Ricky Council doesn't really have a lot of control. I think maybe he struggles to play a system. I think maybe he struggles to maybe he struggles with defensive assignments and knowing where to be, when to be there, things like that. I think he's just a hustle guy. He's just a guy that goes and tries to make things happen. So maybe Nurse doesn't really like his, I guess, erraticness at times. But when you just lack guys like that. And I think Ricky Council should still be part of the rotation. Like, I really think he should. And he hit a 3 tonight, and I've seen him hit threes. He had a big-time G League game a couple nights ago. And the whole thing about Ricky Council was people were like, he can't shoot. That's why he's not playing. And I'm like, I know he shoots the ball with 2 hands like Joakim Noah, but it goes in, And I saw him hit another one tonight. And, I don't know. I don't know about Ricky Council, man. For some reason, Nick Nurse is probably not going to use him in the playoffs. But we'll see, man. I don't know. But I like Ricky Council, man. I just like guys like that just little underdog mentality, the fighting spirit, the guy that's just going to go in there, undermanned, wasn't drafted, and try to prove everybody wrong, man. I like it. Nicholas Batum was hitting some threes in this game. That's good, right? He had a goose egg last game, and everybody was, on him a little bit, saying, like, that's not going to work in the playoffs. We're going to need Batum to score points, etc. So shout out to the fact that Nicholas Batum hit some shots tonight. He was 3 for 5. He had 9 points, 3 rebounds. He was a +7. And I still think Nicholas Batum is the perfect, at least, the best option we have at power forward to put next to Joel. A legitimate stretch 4 who can rebound, Still plays pretty good defense for his age and is a really, really good setup man. High IQ. The high-low with Embiid is great still. They've been trying to get that back going. Him catching the ball high and dropping it to Joel under the rim. So nice to see Batum have a pretty good game too, man. I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to say about this game. What do you guys have to say in the chat? Let's go look at the standings real quick. We'll see where we are. And then you guys can go enjoy your Saturday night. 514 sickos in here on a post-game live at 11:22 p.m. on a Saturday night after we beat up on the Memphis Grizzlies not even G League team, community college team. I don't even know where those dudes. I saw better players when I was at Shippensburg University. That looked like an intramural team full of like frat guys or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, thanks for being here. If you haven't hit the like button yet, do me a favor and hit the like button. Give me 511 likes. Let's look at the standings because every day now, it's changing. Every day now, it's a rat race right here, man. Everything is so close. From even Milwaukee is becoming very close to falling out of the second seed because they suck. They lost to the Wizards, the Grizzlies. I still can't figure out how the Milwaukee Bucks lost to that Memphis Grizzlies team. That is embarrassing. And they lost to the Toronto Raptors last night. That's 3 L's in a row for Milwaukee. They might lose out, bro. They got a tough schedule. Milwaukee might fall even farther. Doc Rivers has a worse record than the coach that they fired. That's insane. If I was a Milwaukee Bucks fan, I would be so frustrated, not just at this season, but I would be so upset that I was locked in to watch Doc Rivers for 3 more years. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was secretly last year praying for the Sixers to lose in the second round because I wanted Doc Rivers to be fired so bad. And if the Sixers would have snuck into the Eastern Conference Finals last year, Doc Rivers would still be here. And we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now. I just had this, I feel like everybody kind of knew we're not winning with this coach. He got to go. So is it a little bit fraudulent to root against your own team? I mean, I was rooting for them, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, but if they lose, he'll get fired, and then we can move forward and have a better future. So that's what happened. So that's how I was feeling last year. If I was a Bucks fan right now, I would feel kind of exactly how I felt a couple years ago, just kind of knowing that this coach is a fraud. He's not going to elevate this team, and you're kind of screwed unless you have 4 Hall of Famers. You're not winning with Doc Rivers. So if I was a Bucks fan, I'd be pretty frustrated at the fact that I got to watch Doc Rivers for the next couple of years. Jarrett Newsom, boy, we sickos show our love to the main sicko. He's the main sicko, man. What else we got, man? Some people still think the Bucks are title. Crazy. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at the rest of the standings. So Indiana, 44-34. We are a half game behind Miami. Who's playing right? Okay, let's look at the games that are on right now. Let's try to do this. Let's look at who played today. I guess there's no games on right now, right? It's 11 o'clock. NBA. Yeah, Lakers beat the Cavs. So the Cavs stay there at 3rd. And the Nuggets beat the Hawks. Nothing really happened today. Tomorrow is interesting. So we're half game behind Miami in the 8th seed. Indiana we're only 1 game. We're 1 game out of the 6th seed right now. A Pacers loss and a Sixers win puts us tied for the 6th seed. Tomorrow we play the Spurs. That should be a Sixers win, right? The Pacers play the Heat. Well, that doesn't really help us out, does it? Because both of them can't lose. So that's an interesting one tomorrow. That's a very interesting one tomorrow. The Pacers play the Heat. That kind of screws up what I was just going to talk about, because no matter what happens in that game, we're still at least, I think, a half game behind out of the 6th seed if we beat San Antonio. The Celtics play the Trailblazers tomorrow. Nobody cares about that. Magic should beat the Bulls, I would think. Orlando, right there. Orlando is 2 games out of the 2nd seed in the East. Isn't that crazy? And again, I haven't watched really many Orlando games this season besides the ones against us. So I don't really know. I know they got a lot of young talent, but the East is looking shaky, man. The East is looking real shaky. When the Orlando Magic are knocking on the 2nd seed, the East is looking real shaky. It's all for the taking, man. I'm saying right now, if Joel Embiid is healthy, and he is, if Joel Embiid gets his conditioning up to where it needs to be by the time the playoffs start, there's no reason for the Philadelphia 76ers to not end up in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics, because the rest of the East is shaky. I'm looking at these teams. I don't see it. I see Boston as a threat. I don't see Milwaukee, Cleveland, Orlando, New York with the injuries they're dealing with. Indiana, Halliburton hasn't been great since he came back from the injury that he had. Miami, I haven't been scared of all season. Joel gets in shape. I don't think there's any reason this team shouldn't be in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics. And you have a championship winning coach. I'm ready for it, man. What else was I looking at? There's a couple other games. What else happens tomorrow? Knicks play the Bucks. You got, let's see what the Knicks have done recently. The Knicks just lost to the Chicago Bulls last night. That's terrible. They beat the Kings before that. They lost to Miami before that. So the Knicks are still struggling, dealing with injuries. Julius Randle's out for the season. I don't think OG Anunoby's back yet. He has an elbow thing. So the Knicks are having issues, but the Knicks play the Bucks tomorrow. So that's an interesting one too. Can the Milwaukee Bucks lose 4 in a row? 4 in a row. That would be nice, but I think maybe Milwaukee gets back in the win column against the Knicks tomorrow. That's another interesting game tomorrow. But yeah, we're right there. We're right there knocking on the 6th seed, man. And, I think best case scenario, again, I'm not scared of the Milwaukee Bucks. I think it could go, that could be a long series if they get it together and, Giannis and Dame start playing to their potential. And Chris Middleton just came back a couple weeks ago. So, maybe he ramps up and maybe they start winning some games. I still think the Sixers win that series if you'd end up playing the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. But I think the best thing that could happen for us is Orlando jumping up to 2. Well, no, it would be 6 versus 3. The best thing to happen to us would probably be Orlando being the 3 seed and seeing the Orlando Magic in the first round. Because, again, a lot of young talent, but I don't think they have the star power yet or the experience to take us out in a 7-game series in the first round. I don't think Cleveland does either. And then maybe we see Milwaukee in the second round and we beat Doc Rivers, or maybe Milwaukee doesn't even make it out of the first. But yeah, there's what it looks like right now, man. OG played yesterday? Oh, okay. I definitely didn't look at that. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. 525. You sickos still in here. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button on your way out. Enjoy the rest of your night. The Memphis Grizzlies are not even a G League team right now. Joel Embiid is back and healthy. Just rusty, just needs to clean up the turnovers and things like that. But he's looking like the MVP level Joel Embiid. And I got nothing else to say, man. We got a game tomorrow. What time is that one? Please don't be early game. 7 o'clock. Yes. I hate Sunday early games, dude. The 1 o'clock games, the 3 o'clock games, it's just weird. It throws me off. 7 o'clock tomorrow, Sixers Spurs. We'll be there. Playback TV, playback.tv/runitbackphilly. And we'll be right here for some more post-game live. Sixers win! Peace.